So I got tagged to this tweet from Permaband, got tagged from Rockvin, thank you very much for the tag. But let's run it back to the initial tweet here by Pirate Nation. Full context. So Pirate Nation says, Chinese media Black Myth Wukong refused to be extorted $7 million by Sweet Baby. English. The reason it says English is because this is like a translation of this screenshot. So let's scroll back and see what it says. The reason why the team behind Black Myth Wukong has been subjected to persistent sexist attacks and slander since their first promotional video is because they have consistently refused political correctness guidance and rejected the extortionate guidance fees of millions of dollars demanded by these political correctness teams. Actually, such teams are quite common in Europe and America. They interfere with works like Assassin's Creed, Dying Light 2, Stay Human, and God of War by pushing for politically correct female protagonists. These changes are the direct result of the sorry, I was really trying to like not laugh after I read the whole like female protagonist part because let's have a quick side note on that, okay? It's so absurd to me because female protagonists can be freaking awesome. Like some of the most legendary characters ever made in video games are female. But then suddenly you have these like virtue signaling activists who are so fake. It's like grifter activist consultancy firms. And somehow like they turn something that's totally cool and fine normal, which is like, you know, cool female protagonists, and they turn to something just like disingenuous and grifty. Like how do they manage to pull that off? It's quite extraordinary. Anyways, continuing. So it says, game science teams refuse to communicate with these groups and reject their interference. Most importantly, they refuse to pay the exorbitant $7 million in guidance fees. These people can't write a good character to save their life, and they want to charge $7 million to like make your game worse. It's like I was just saying, there's already been wonderful female protagonists out there, and the people who made them didn't pay like ridiculous amounts of money to grifting consultancy DEI firms like SBI. And there can still be more made in the future. And the same argument goes, you don't need these firms. They're just like trying to lie to you and take your money. Continuing. This is the direct reason why they are being attacked and slandered. Some justifications are based on the team's lack of diversity or representation, which doesn't align with the political correctness standard. A typical example is an article by a major IGN writer criticizing Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, of course we're going to bring that up here. And refusing to evaluate or promote it due to its alleged lack of political correctness. Oh no, IGN corpos aren't going to promote Hogwarts Legacy. Well, guess what? Hogwarts Legacy didn't need them anyways. Still was a massively successful game. Now let's run it back to Permaband. He actually compares these consultancy firms to the mafia, which is a comparison I made myself when we were taking a look at a clip of like, there was like some SBI employee or like one of the executives of SBI who had done a like convention panel sort of thing, and she was explaining their tactics, which in part did absolutely sound like some mafia level extortion. But here's the thing. I think an argument can be made that the mafia is actually more respectable than these DEI firms are. I mean, at least the mafia embraced who they were. Terrible people, sure, and they'll admit that. But these DEI firms won't. They're going to stand on like some moral soapbox, acting like they're morally superior to everyone else while they're absolutely morally reprehensible. And here's the clip that I was talking about. Let's play it from my prior video.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher ups. And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
Like I said, essentially advising people to threaten their employers to use consultation services like Sweet Baby Inc. What a dishonest, deceitful, so many words you could apply there, way of going about business. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this stuff. I have a hunch I already know. Like I said, you know, like you just saw, we've talked about this stuff before in the past, but my gosh, these firms continue to prove how corrupt they are. See you in the comments. As always, thanks for tuning in. Consider liking and or subscribing if you enjoyed my coverage, and I'll see you in the next one.